Hello, in this video I will show you how to interface Kubler Absolute Profinet Encoder to Siemens PLC, how we can connect encoder to Siemens PLC by Profinet protocol, and how can we read actual values of encoder in TI portal. Actually this video was recorded on my running site and now I am going to voice over it. So I will play the video and will explain step by step in video. Let's start. Okay. So to configure the encoder with PLC, we need to follow these steps. So step number first is we have to give the supply to the encoder, power supply. Then we need to do the wiring for Profinet cable. So from PLC to encoder. Okay. Then next step is to add GSDML file in TI portal. After adding GSDML, we have to configure the encoder in our device configuration, and then need to give the assign the IP address to the encoder, and then need to give the device name. Then we will do some settings for module parameter, and we will end with programming. Okay, so basically this is Profinet connection for encoder, Profinet and power wiring. Both wiring are explained in this sheet. You can find this wiring details in encoder manual. Okay, so first you can see here this link 1, this is for Profinet. Okay, link 2 is also for Profinet. If you want just connect with PLC, then you can just use one link, no need to for second link. If you want another loop in or you want to connect multiple encoders, then you can use these both link 1 and link 2. You can ring your network, but we are going to connect directly one encoder to PLC. So we will just connect one Profinet cable to this link 1. So this is pin diagram. I will explain in next sheet. And this is supply voltage. Okay, so in supply voltage you have to just give plus 24 to pin number 1 and 0 volt to pin number 3. Okay, so this is Profinet wiring. You can see this is PLC side. This is Profinet connector, which we will connect to the PLC, and this is encoder side wiring. So this is 4 pin connector to encoder side. So this is basically cable. One side is a Profinet connector and second one is a 4 pin connector. Okay, so for Profinet connector, the first pin number is for TX plus. So you just need to connect this TX plus to this TXD plus of encoder side, then TX minus to TX minus, then RX plus to this RX plus, and then just don't connect 4 and 5th number, then 6th number RX minus need to connect to RXD minus. Okay, this is a very basic diagram, and you can just connect this Profinet cable to encoder. Okay, so this was just a wiring diagram. So let's play the video in which I have configured encoder. So I will explain in this video. Basically this video was recorded on my running site. Okay, so here you can see multiple remote IOs and PLC is configured here. So we have S7 1500 PLC. Okay, PLC, and these are the multiple IM modules which is connected to the PLC. This is HMI, these are also IM modules, and these two encoders are already configured. We are going to add one more encoder here. Okay, so let's see how to add encoder. So this is a PLC CPU 15111PN, and this is a shuttle 1 encoder, this is shuttle 2 encoder, which is already configured. To do anything with these two, we will just add one more encoder here. Okay, so very first thing we have to install GSD file. So just go to option, go to manage general station description file, that is GSD file. So first step is to download to install GSD file. So you can see here I have already installed this file, but I will show you how to install. If you have not installed GSD file, then how you can install this GSD file. Okay, so first of all you need to just download this GSD file from cobbler site, or if you have any another make encoder, you have to just download the GSD file from their manufacturer website. You will easily get it. You just need to download and keep in one folder. So you have to just select here path of that GSDML file. So I have kept I will select the path of that GSDML file. So basically you can download this file from your encoder manufacturer. Just select that folder, select folder, OK. So in this folder we have the file. Now you can see here already installed showing, that's why we cannot install again, but you need to just check here and then click on install. But here I have already installed, so we are not going to install. So now next step is to add hardware, to add encoder here. So go to other field devices, Profinet IO, then encoders. So once you install this GSD file, then you can see here this absolute encoder. Okay, so this is our model number of encoder F58Y8. Okay, this in your Profinet IO model. Okay, just drag and drop here. Yeah, now you can see here it is showing the name F58. Okay, ENC. So just we will rename it, that is SH3 encoder, that is shuttle 3 encoder. Okay, and now below you can see not assigned, so we will select the PLC. Okay. It is connected to network, right? So next step is to give the IP address. Just double click here or go to properties. Go to Profinet interface, Ethernet address. So we will give 192.168.0.13. Okay, it will take automatically next address. Now here you can see this is we are using standard Telegram 81. Okay, so I address and Q addresses. So you can see here the input addresses and output addresses. So we will change this address. You can keep as it is, but I am going to change because for easy to understand, I will just change to 300. That is, my address will be start from input from I300, and for output we will take it as a 320. Okay, you can use as it is, but or you can modify, but just remember one thing, during modification this address should not be used in your logic. Okay, so now let's see the some settings. We are using standard Telegram 81. You can follow the manual of encoder. In encoder manual, this standard Telegram 81 is explained very well. You can just go through that manual. Okay, here we have to do some settings. So go to module parameter. Here preset, you can see this setting preset here. So this setting is basically for homing or something like that. Suppose at particular condition you want to move the some value in encoder. If you want to home the encoder, or if you want to move the fix any constant value in encoder. Okay, in that case that value you can insert here. So I will keep it as a 0 because for homing I want to move 0 value in encoder. So remember this preset, whenever one preset bit is there in program, I will show you. If that preset bit is on, then this value will be moved in our actual register. Okay, so for now we are having 0 here in preset. Now class, just enable class 4 functionality. Okay, then scaling function control. So this is code sequence counter clockwise. If you want different direction, means suppose if you want adding values for alternative direction, then you can just click here. Okay, Now this is measuring units per revolution, so we are getting 8192 value for one revolution, means after one rotation of a encoder we will have the value of 8192, and this is total measuring range. Actually this depends on bits of your encoder, but we will keep it as a maximum as possible. We can give more values, but no necessary. In our application 5 lakh or 6 lakh, in my application 5 lakh or 6 lakh will be a maximum value, that's why it's enough. Okay, so all settings are done. So now we'll just go online, we'll give IP address to encoder and we will assign the device name. Just click here, we'll go to the diagnostic window. Yeah, so now diagnostic window is open. So here we will go to Profinet interface. So this is actually a previously recorded a video, so some lags will be there. Okay, so go to interface, just click on accessible device, then start search. Okay, I have the all list which is accessible, lots of devices. So in this list you will have your encoder. Okay, so for now you can see your encoder, you can see your device by using here MAC address. So now basically this encoder I was previously configured as a SH1 encoder, that's why it is showing here. It is showing the 0.11 IP address to there, this encoder. But in your case, if it is very new, it will not show any IP address here, it will just show the MAC address. Okay, in my case I have already configured the name for that encoder and I have configured address, IP address, that's why it is showing here. But for very new piece it will not show the name or IP address. You just need to check your MAC address. So just select your that device and then click on apply. Okay, and then just click on assign IP address button. Okay, so let's update the list. Now let's give the device name. So here if you click on update list, you just go to assign Profinet device name, select your interface here and then click on update list. Now only show device of the same type, so it will show only encoder. So two encoder are showing here. So this is actually SH1 encoder which was configured as a name of SH1 encoder, but we are going to rename this device. We have the name SH, here you can see SH3 encoder name, so we will give SH3 encoder name, assign name, just click on assign name. Okay, let's just check is IP address assigned or not. So you can see name, device name is changed but IP address is not changed, so we will again assign IP address 0.13. Yeah, now I think IP address will be assigned. Let's check once again. Yeah, the name is also SH3 encoder assigned and IP address is also changed, so this is now IP address and name is given. So let's start to ladder side, programming side. Okay, this is actually a running project, so you can see so much lengthy program here. Don't worry, I will just explain encoder side. I'm not going to explain any another thing here. So I have already written some ladder here, so I will just explain this ladder. It's loading. Okay, loading. Okay, so start monitoring. So this is a basically program for encoder communication. Okay, so as we so this bit means this is parking, encoder parking bit. We just need to deactivate this bit, so that's why on always true bit it is resetted. Okay, so this bit should be always off. It means parking bit should be always off. Okay, and now to control this encoder with PLC, this bit should be on Q320.2. Remember, address I have taken as a Q320 for output. So these are the relevant addresses. So address can be changed as per your addresses. Okay, but for if you taken same as per my addresses, then just you need to just reset this bit and you need to set this bit. Okay, so these two are for this is for deactivating parking bit, this is for to control by PLC bit. So this is one more here. So this is incoming input bit on which we can conclude that encoder communication is healthy. So all these bits are you can basically see in manual, in encoder manual. Okay, so I will not just open the manual because the video will be so lengthy. So and just you can just read this manual of the encoder and you can see the standard telegram 81 format. So in that format you can have all these bits and all, you can see this knowledge in, or you can check it. Okay, so we will reset the deactivate parking, then we will set control by PLC bit, then we will check feedback from input. So this bit should be always on. So it means the communication is healthy with encoder. If any error present in encoder, so this bit will be on, and this is a actual value of encoder we are reading. Okay, ID 304. So I just moved this value in one register. Okay, that's it. This is the simple program for interfacing with encoder. So one more logic remaining. So homing logic, first of all I will show you the tags which we will use for this. These are the tags configured. Okay, so these are the tags configured in for encoder. So IW300, so this is as per manual. You have to just configure same tag, or you can change the address, but if you are following me, so totally just take these bits. So this is for third encoder. Okay, ignore above tags, it is for shuttle 2 and shuttle 1 encoder. Okay, so this is actual pulses we are getting here, and this is homing. Recently I just told you about preset. So if this bit is on, the preset value will be moved in encoder actual register. Okay, so this is encoder actual register. Now you can see communication. I think communication is not healthy here. So now it is showing 0 value, right? So let's check the communication. Oh, it is showing communication not healthy because this bit should be on. So something went wrong, communication is not healthy. We miss something. So if communication is not healthy, it means something is wrong. Oh, one major mistake, we just need to download this backup. After adding hardware, we have not downloaded backup, we just downloaded software changes. But after adding hardware, you have to just fully download the program. So let's again download the full program in PLC and then we will check. This is major mistake. After adding any devices or something, you have to just download full program, or you have to download hardware plus software. Okay, load, finish. Okay, now let's go online and monitor the program. The problem should be now resolved. It might be resolved because we just made a major mistake, that's why the communication was not healthy, but now the communication will be healthy. This is very first thing, your communication healthy bit should be on, then we can see everything is going right. Yeah, you can see here encoder communication is healthy. It means now we are connected to the encoder and communication is healthy. So let's check the actual value. Yeah, so this is actual value we are getting from encoder. Okay, we have just moved as it is in one register. Now you can see here, if I turn on this bit, the value will be a 0, because in preset we have set to 0. In device configuration, in preset bit we have now just click on 1, modify 1. Yes, now you can see the incoming value is 0. It means we have home the encoder. Now if I turn encoder to clockwise, the value will increase. If I turn encoder to anti-clockwise, the value will decrease. Okay, so we will just check. Just ignore this logic. I have made this logic for homing. Okay, so now we'll just okay, I will just explain you. You have to just turn on this bit Q3222.4 for homing or to move preset value. So just ignore all this logic. You can ignore this logic, because I have written this logic for homing. Okay, this is not encoder part, but this bit is for only for encoder. If this bit is on, then preset value will be moved in actual register. Yeah, so I will just now rotate the encoder. Yeah, now I am rotating to forward side. You can see value is increasing. So for one rotation we have value of something 8 something. Okay, so for clockwise it is increasing value. So if I rotate anti-clockwise, you can see value is decreasing. In this way you can configure the encoder to PLC by using Profinet.